Hi everyone, this is Elise for the Lily-pad. I am going to talk about the challenge mastering, and we're mastering borders this time. I will be using the Mixed Media Monthly April 2016, and specifically some add-ins and the main kit. So let me show you what I'll be working on the next. This is probably I might divide these videos in smaller videos. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using throughout all the videos if they end up in different videos. This is little butterfly wings add-on. It's called Word and Paint. Lynn Marie Rainy Word Art. Lynn Marie Scribbled Journal Spots. Lynn Marie Sketchbook 09. Of course, our Mixed Media Monthly April 2016 main kit. And Paula's Doodles. I have pulled out, actually these set that I'm using right now, it's mostly from Paula's Doodles in Lynn Marie Sketchbook 09. This is what I would call a regular full border. You don't need to do anything to it. So I got one border here, this one, which is beautiful, and we have the blue one, which is really painty goodness. Then we have the squiggly line, a second more straighter squiggly line. Those are all by Paula. And these ones are by Lynn Marie, that purple one, that red one, and this one with the triangles. One thing that I like to do is I usually put my borders, I start putting them on the sides of the page. You don't have to, but for me, especially if I put them in the top, like the top and bottom, it is very theatrical in my opinion, and I love that. I really truly love that. Let me remove these three so you can see like it kind of looks like the theater curtains coming up in the top and on the side, so I really like that. It also gives the page a little bit more softness. In this case, I believe these two especially are very papery. They have like a paper feel. So I would put a soft, not too hard, like whatever shadow I usually do for my paper pieces. These ones over here, if I am putting anything on top, I would put like another paper. Now let's say I decide to put this one in the bottom here, and I want it to look more like a paint. I can do a few things. I can come here to my FX layers in Photoshop. I am using CS5, and click on the blending options, and you would go to, if you're in the shadow, you want to go here to the blend options default. The way that I just did it, it always takes you there. If let's say if you double click on the FX, then it takes you to the blending option. If you're in somewhere else, just make sure that you go to blending options, and you have this bottom underlying layer. It's a slider, and if I slide this and coming from the black, it's gonna remove, and you can see it right here cracking, so you can see it again. Solid, wherever there's something darker underneath my layer that I'm doing this, it's gonna make it so I can see through it. I actually love that crack that just came in, which is not really a crack, it's just one of these darker colors of the watercolor. You can do the same thing with the white slider, and it's gonna start, you see how it started removing here, because there's a lot of white stuff and like a white level in there. So now you're seeing some, and you can keep taking, so it now looks like paint instead of paper. Now the trick is you could leave it there and that is perfectly fine, and I kind of really love it. Or you can click your Option for your Mac, Alt for your PC. You can click that. For me, I'm pressing it and keeping it pressed, and now I'm gonna, in the white triangle, I'm gonna click the right side of the white triangle, and I'm gonna bring it back, and it's gonna give me a little bit of the color. You see it, but I can still see through. Actually, it's like that when it's not showing so much. Same thing on the black, but I'm gonna pull the left side of the triangle this time. Again, you need to have your Option or Alt key, and if you pull it down, then you get it darker and a little bit more. See how my crack here, it's fading. If I go here, fades. If I go here, it's stronger. So pick what level you want. So you want in this color, and here I'm gonna see that color. Like that, right there. Looks like you took a charcoal and just do. I am also gonna remove. I had a layer there. I'm gonna remove it. See how I had something in there? It doesn't bother me that much. It looks like I did like a shadowing in there with a pencil, but see? Paper-like? Paint-like. Paper, paint. So it depends what's the look you want in your page at that moment. I really like this, and I do this a lot with borders and even with other elements that I want a hint of it, but I don't want it to be my main or dominant item in my page. So right now, this is mostly what I'm gonna be talking about, this kind of border. So I'm gonna quick pause it so I can delete all these layers and show you something more. Now that I have removed the other layers, I want to show you, remember this squiggly line that we were working on? This one, you can, again, you can use it for your borders and just show a little bit. You can do this. You could actually do, sorry. I made a grouping instead of duplicating it. Okay, now I could make copies of this by, I'm using Command J in my Mac, or you can do right click and duplicate layer. You can make different ones. You could flip it. So let's go here to edit, transform, flip horizontal, and now it's going the other way. So that's fun. You could also, after you place them, say, oh, I really like that. So I'm gonna click on the first squiggly line. I'm gonna get my magic wand tool, and I'm gonna click on my paper, and it's selecting on the other side of it. I always go and do layer. Where is it? Oh, sorry, select. It's not layer. Select, modify, expand. I'm gonna add about 10 pixels on each side, so it's just a little bit more than what the magic tool selected. I'm gonna create a new layer, and I am going to fill it with my bucket tool. Okay. So even though it's black right now, this is really a new mask. You could come, and let's go get a new paper. How about, let's get something from the main kit. Oh, I like this one. Okay. I'm going to, in my Option Command G will mask. So something. And there you go. And now you have like a really cute border that you just created, that it's different, nobody else has it. You could do the same thing by selecting what comes. So now I'm here and I want to select this area in between. So I can pick it up and it's selecting what is underneath this one. So make sure that when you do that, that you are, that you're putting the paper underneath the one that we just created, so it's really underneath. And we're gonna get the bucket, make sure we make a new layer for it. See, this is what I mean. Right now it's on the top, so I want to make sure that you put it behind the other two layers. And then you can do something else in here. You could also make, I don't know, you could apply a style. I'm using Kristen Ogren's cork style. See? So you can do whatever you want, and it's just another cool border right now. Okay. Another thing that was in the add-on from Little Butterfly Wings from Larry is she gave us the doodle portion of her borders, which I think it's phenomenal because you can create your own border. So I'm creating a new layer underneath or behind my doodle. So I made command and then create new layer, and that makes it to be underneath. I'm gonna go click on my border. I'm gonna get my wand tool, my magic wand, select it, go to layer, modify, expand 10 pixels because her doodle is pretty thick, so I can do that. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna grab my bucket, go into my new layers. Remember to change to the new layers. I'm gonna click on the selection. Command D gets rid of the selection. You can come over here and I can, let's use something. Let's use a different style. Actually, I'm in love with styles, so if you have never used styles, please go get it for you and just play with it. I'm gonna use the April BYOC watercolor. Let's see how that looks. Oh my god, I love it. This is by Mommyish, and look at that. Isn't that like just gorgeous, amazing? I love it. And you're gonna see, oh, I kind of like that, but the doodle doesn't go with the effect. Just go and close the eye of the doodle, and look at that. You have a brand new watercolor color doodle. Isn't that amazing? I like it. Okay, you could also, let's go back. I just turn on the border again. You could do like a gloss. You could do glitter. What else? Oh, that cork. It's magnificent. The glitter on the gloss, it's by Just Jamie, and I believe those colors might be retired, where she has tons of styles in her storytellers. Cork, I love cork. So again, you can remove the doodle and it's just so cute. Like seriously cute. So this is mostly doing stuff with stuff that already looks or already is a border. On video number 2, I will talk to you about how to create a border.